get those sweet YouTube views.
But speaking of being witty, you know,
Oh yeah,
Shnerdcast episode 20.
Shnerdcast.
So we were supposed to get one of the YouTube guys on here, like I was saying on Instagram, but conflicting schedules.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But we'll definitely get him on. Don't worry about it. So this episode might be just a little bit shorter than usual because I wanted to give like a little of the first half of the questions and stuff that he does. But if you want to figure out who he is, look up AJ Processor, check out his YouTube channel, and maybe get a little preview of who you see come on here. But the link is down. Link will be down in the description, so check that out.
Absolutely.
But right now I'm here with fucking Cameron. Clink. Drinking some brewskis, and we're here. I'm gonna talk about. I wanted to have this AJ guy here, but I'm gonna just go through it and then remake a new one for him. But
so we'll scrap some of those things, I'm sure, but you know,
since this guy's pretty much a Switch dude that would have came on, so this would have been a Nintendo heavy episode because Nintendo doesn't get much love on this show, sadly.
Unfortunately, but that's only because there's not a lot of bangers. Yeah. But lately, there's been a lot of really good drops.
Yeah, then
Link's Awakening,
and next year is gonna be a few good titles too. Like the first few months, there's gonna be a lot of good titles coming out for it. Excuse me. So
excuse.
This one though, Blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Have you heard of that?
No.
So, dude, here, let me show you the.
Yo, it's time to Google this.
It's a Metroidvania fucking gore style, dude.
Wait, so like Metroid fucking style gameplay?
Metrovania, like a Metroid mixed with Castlevania. Like how we call it Metroidvania.
Okay. There was one game that came out not too long ago. It was like Bloodlust or some shit like that. I thought that looked kind of tight, but I didn't play it. It was something on the Switch.
It was on the Switch?
And also on PC because, you know, Steam gets everything now.
Yeah.
Gantz, what are you doing?
He's like, I'm trying to get in here. Sorry, buddy.
Get off the lap, dude.
So let me show you just the trailer.
Alright. This actually looks pretty tight. Oh, it's coming out for everything, dude.
Yeah, it's on everything, but it just came out for Switch not too long ago, I think.
The 10th? That's today, actually. No, we're in October.
Yeah. So it came out last month, yeah. So that one just came out last month. I'm surprised you haven't seen anything about it.
Well, you know, work really be taking a lot out of me. I can't fucking goof off anymore.
Yeah.
You know. Although we changed our office and I have a fucking stand-up desk now.
Really?
Yeah, I got one of those automatic ones where you push the button and it just raises by itself.
Nice. I see those out of Kia all the time.
It was pretty tight, but I'm also like, this ain't enough to make me stay here.
I feel it, dude. So, what are your thoughts on that one? Would you pick that one up if you got a chance?
So, for somebody like me, that would be a game if I'm like stuck somewhere, like in a car. That's 100% a road trip game.
Yeah.
Like you would get that on Switch to play, or if you're like on a plane or some shit.
Yeah.
Train, plane, car. Yeah, dude, 100%. Like, that's a pickup, dude.
I mean, fuck, you could do it on the Switch too. You just fucking take that shit with you. So have you heard of this one called Minecraft Dungeons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
What do you think of it? Just a regular dungeon crawler with Minecraft theme.
Yes and no. Like, so here's the catch with that, and there's also this game called Cube World.
Yes, Dan was.
Yeah.
I remember Dan playing that long ass time ago.
It's fucking weird because like Cube World and Minecraft like dungeons, right?
Yeah.
It keeps the aesthetic of Minecraft, but it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, with that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was like one of those things where it'd be like a Minecraft, but you just like
low key build whatever you want.
It's like Minecraft, but you raid and like do stuff. So like at the end of it, you like get stuff. For,
if they didn't build Minecraft Dungeons and they actually just incorporated that into Minecraft, then Minecraft would be better.
Yeah.
But they wanted to fuck around and just go make this whole ass game, and it's like, But then again, it's also it makes sense right? Because like you don't want to change Minecraft too drastically.
Yeah.
It's already exactly what it needs to be for it to be a successful game. And
I
for it to
mean,
be
you
fun.
can't really make a Minecraft too, because Minecraft is just itself. It's just never gonna.
Yeah,
just
it's
always-
never going away.
Probably not. I mean, it's just gonna be like one of those things.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was for a while. It was like Fortnite though, where it was like everything was Minecraft, and
Yeah.
people were
The
like
hype
saying
died
it was
down
like
finally.
fucking the greatest game of all time, and I was like, it's literally
I
just
don't.
fucking Legos.
Dude, okay.
Video game Legos, man.
After playing almost 200 hours in like the last month and some change.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, dude, I went pretty fucking hard on that.
Well, on PC it's different.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
completely different.
It's a different world.
When you play that shit on console, you can only
do
it's
so
just
much.
vanilla. You know
Yeah.
What I mean?
Well, actually, not really. Since there's two different versions of it, you have Java and you have Bedrock, right? Like Java it's a different balance, so like different things are in the game, and Bedrock also doesn't have these certain things, but they do have core mechanics that work in one version, but not in the other. Regardless,
Yeah.
PC's still the way to go, no matter what.
I mean, they do have a bunch of stuff you could get, but it's all DLC.
Yeah.
Like heavy DLC.
Oh, you buy that shit. So the Bedrock edition was the microtransaction edition, dude. However, for like a game that style, me personally, I don't have any problem with like, I guess adding microtransactions to it, because where the fuck else are they gonna make their money?
True.
You know, they gotta pay
Especially
for
on
server
console.
space. Yeah,
You can't really do anything.
they gotta pay for server space somehow, and that's one of like the biggest problems with live service games. If it's successful at launch, fucking tight. How are you gonna keep your servers online, dude?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta make it money. You gotta make that money somehow.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they made that money.
Oh, they 100% when
and still are
fucking
making money, dude.
yeah, when Microsoft was like, "Hey, can we buy that from you guys? Y'all mind?" They were like, "I mean, like I guess."
Dude, that guy who made Minecraft and his house, he sold like 2 or 3 years ago. I saw a thing where he sold his house.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and it was like some crazy. It was like fucking $20 million house, dude. It was fucking huge. It was like 12 bedrooms, 9 baths, like 9 bathrooms and shit. Dude, in the main bathroom, this fool probably had fucking orgies in there, because literally his bathroom, like the shower, was like as big as like, minus the kitchen, was like this whole fucking dude. It could hold like fucking 15 people in there.
Shit. This dude didn't just have a shower. He had a community shower.
Exactly.
In his fucking house.
So this fool was fucking, that fool's his great
roll.
great grandkids are all good, dude, for life. As
Oh,
long
absolutely.
as somebody doesn't fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, it does take that one bad egg to fuck it up, but highly doubt.
Another game that was coming out for the Switch. These are all games that would be. So the Minecraft game is going to come out all next year. So this is some of the things I was going to hint on. Was the One Piece Warriors 4 or One Piece Pirate Warriors 4? Excuse me.
Oh, holy shit! One Piece is actually getting video games.
But it's not like an open world or anything. It's a Dynasty Warrior, like Hyrule Warrior type.
Oh.
So it's just one of those games where, it's one of those games where it's just you smash a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's a mash fest.
Run around the map, just beating up on everybody.
I've never been a big fan of games like that.
I used to really like it when I was younger, but like after you put so many hours into
After
it.
12, you don't want to play it no more.
Because when I first saw it was on 360, and that was like blew my mind of how many people you could have on the fucking screen.
Yeah.
Because it was like Dynasty Warriors 5 or some shit like that. Yeah, that one on the 360 fucking blew my mind. I remember me and Will would spend hours on that because it was split screen, but it was vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just remember me and that fool playing for how long, because he played it too.
Probably went nuts.
Well, yeah, but like after you play it for a while, you do the story mode, you do all the fucking different origins and like the timelines and all that stuff, and it's just like, all right.
I'm tired of pressing A.
And then you find something else that's like Dynasty Warriors, and it's like fucking Shadow Warriors or like whatever, like fucking Dinosaur Warriors or some sort of Dragon Warriors, fucking.
That's why like the Dynasty Warriors franchise has like so many different games. They've got Dynasty Warrior Gundam.
Yeah, dude. I remember when I first picked that up, I was just like, "What?" It was weird. It was a little learning curve to it, but I wasn't I was
sure
feeling
there
it
is, but
because I rented that game and I was like,
oh yeah,
oh, my weekend's ruined.
yo, fucking take it back to renting games. That shit is a whole nother world. Like that doesn't happen no more.
I think there's only like one Blockbuster left in the fucking
country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like Washington.
I have no idea.
I think.
There's people like little kids like take a picture like hashtag Blockbuster and it's like wow.
Little motherfuckers weren't even born.
Right. I just think it's funny how that's like I guess it is now
novelty,
like
really.
Yeah, or like a fucking piece of history now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wow. I wonder what it's like working there. Like if you get any extra benefits or if it's just really just working at a fucking video store.
It's gotta be. Like at the end of the day, if you think about it, it's probably fucking a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
Because like how much money are you pulling in? Unless you're the owner, like you're not making anything. And fuck, it can't be that hard. You don't need to hire that many people. It's probably family owned at this point.
Probably like the people who actually own Blockbuster or some shit.
Fuck, I wish I had like a Blockbuster fucking like t-shirt or something. Like,
and what's crazy, I know, right? That'd be all dope. What's crazy though is they like now because everybody's making a streaming service, but like Hollywood Video did nothing. They just fucking took it over, took it in the ass, and fucking laid down and just never just.
It's
Blockbuster
not like they didn't try, but
they did because they tried to do Game Crazy. They tried to do all these things like fucking rent 5 movies, and they started selling movies and shit. So it was like they really did try, but Blockbuster actually tried to make a streaming service. I don't know if I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And not just that, like they were doing like the home delivery, but like a home mailing service.
Yeah,
people, like,
they were trying to compete with Netflix, dude, and fucking.
The weird thing is I think I remember watching something where Blockbuster was actually like in a deal with the Netflix like creators or whatever, their CEOs, and was like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, hey, we're going to try and do this. Could we do this with your platform? And they were like, fuck you. And then they sunk after that.
I mean, I don't know if this is true. I heard it on the Joe Rogan show like a few months back, but somebody was saying that Netflix is actually losing a fucking shit ton of money just trying to keep a bunch of these shows on the air. Like not their shows, but like stuff like Friends and Office. Yeah, because dude, I don't know about The Office, but I know Friends. It's costing them like fucking some crazy number, like $10 million or $100 million a year to fucking keep it on for the rights.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, and I don't know who's the original. I think Fox might be the original people who like own the rights. But...
no, I think it's Warner Brothers.
Something like that.
Because
I think it is Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Because like back in the day when we were younger, like all of those channels. Not really channels, but all those shows would be broadcasted on different channels based on whoever your cable provider was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, channel 37 for me for the longest fucking time was Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But for other people, they're like, no, that's 17. And you're like,
what the hell?
Who the fuck? Like, what type of fucking...
I know. I always hated going to hotels and looking at satellites.
Dude, other people's houses and shit. I remember going over to... I don't know if you ever met...
I don't know. He sounds familiar.
At the time, you probably met him. He was either really, really fucking a tiny white boy, super blonde hair with the bowl cut.
No, I don't think I met him actually. Then.
All right, probably not. I think you may have skated with him like one time, but it was probably at Mather, and because he like really couldn't do anything.
He just like rode around.
Yeah, so he
maybe try to like do a couple
out of sight, out of mind,
or something like that.
Dude, 50-50s on the ledge in the front of the gate.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Couldn't do it though. He just didn't have like the dexterity for it. But either way,
he just probably just didn't care.
No, he definitely fucking cared.
He definitely cared.
Bro, I saw him take some terrible fucking slams as a kid. You remember those like builder ramps you can get that had like a fucking kicker onto a rail?
Dude, those were the fucking worst idea ever,
Absolutely.
Dude. That's like definitely asking for a kid to fucking break their leg or fucking arm. That's what happened. He broke his leg.
Nigga, close.
Like, I thought you meant like a fucking.
He didn't break anything, right? But he was either the first one to try. I think he was the first one to like because it was his birthday. It was a birthday gift, right?
Yeah.
So we're all over there for his birthday party. Fucking, we're skating out front, and then his dad's like, "Yo, happy birthday.
Nice.
And he builds the shit and he throws it out front. And, we're all lined up. It was me and Charlie Scott at that time because, right? And Ben. So we were all fucking lined up, just ready to go skate. We were like, fuck yeah, dude, we about to clown. And then
he goes first. Just killed the whole vibe.
Slipped out, dude. He was the first person to actually touch the rail because a lot of us, like...
Just went around it or something?
No, I went around, but, like, try to go on the kicker and, like, didn't have balance enough to figure out that elevation. Because, when you go transition for the first time, it feels weird. So your brain's like, I don't know about that one.
Oh, yeah. That's, when I went to the skate park with Dan, and fucking Shnerd showed up, and he was riding the board, and he was, like, trying to figure out how to fucking go down the big hill, the slope and shit. And I was just like, just lean forward, bend your knees, and just keep on leaning forward. But he didn't know how to stand on the board, so he'd be like all fucking weird, like turning and shit.
Yeah, if you don't have the muscle memory, you don't know what you're doing. So he was the first person to like commit to it. So he got onto the rail.
Slipped right under it.
Slipped out. His whole back smacked the rail, and he folded backwards.
It
was a rough one to watch, dude.
For anybody, like any kids listening or anybody, which you should know that the shit that we skated with were like these little cheap plastic, not even 5-pound fucking ramps and fucking these little rails that were hollowed out, like probably not even like 8 pounds when you're going. When you're like a 16-year-old kid, like 100 and like, I don't know, 20, 25 pounds
shit,
at
120
least,
easy.
You know what I mean? And you're going like 10 miles per hour, got to hit this little tiny rail that's
it doesn't
like
sound
fucking
fast.
made of aluminum or some shit.
But it is.
That shit will fucking fly. Like it'll fly off like blowing paper. Like we had flimsy ass shit. If anybody's gonna buy their kids anything, make sure it's a fucking square rail.
Absolutely.
And it's
that bitch sturdy.
At least 10, 15 pounds, like 15 pounds at the least, because
I would say both parts need to be 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Because how they came in like the double parts, because you would have like a half rail, and we just call it the mini rail, right? You get the full one, and you put them together. That shit has to, it's gotta be 30 pounds plus.
Yeah.
Made out of iron, not aluminum. Don't fuck around with anything else, dude.
Yeah.
That shit will get dented
Make
and
sure
fold your
it's
children.
fucking square, because circle is like for intermediate skaters, like intermediate.
Oh, yeah. You have to have like the balance and I would say balance, dexterity, and mental fortitude for that shit, because it's a different world.
Because you could be the best fucking skater in the world, and you could just do a 50-50 and one just little different angle. Like when you're a pro skater, you could balance that out. Like you'll see them do like a 50-50 on the rail, and like their front like right wheel is like pushing the fucking side of the rail, but the back is like perfectly centered. Yeah. For a regular person, you'd fucking slip out and eat shit. You know what I mean?
But for somebody who knows to balance it out, back with enough force to keep you heavy.
Exactly. So yeah, and don't drop your kids off at the skate park.
just don't do it. Don't buy him a fucking Razor scooter. Just fucking stop.
Dude, when me and Dan were at the fucking skate park, there was this little kid. I was waiting for him to show up, and there was this little kid, and I was trying to warm up, and I haven't skated at the skate park for like a month, but like before that.
But a year for me.
Dude, you should come. Fucking
eventually.
It's not bad, honestly. It's
just if my lifestyle changes and I get that fucking job in Loomis, dude, I'm gonna have a whole ass weekend to myself. Fuck yeah.
It just takes a second. Like it takes a couple sessions to actually be able to get the legs and be able to do tricks.
Yeah.
Actually try to do stuff you want to do, because the first time around you're like,
ugh, you gotta activate that muscle memory.
Exactly.
Dude. It takes time. It's like special meter.
I know.
Like that shit doesn't just fucking.
It's like special meter. I like that. But once you get good enough, you in one combo, instead of like punch, block, down kick, whatever, fucking you slowly building it up. And once you get good enough, you just fucking super combo and full meter before fucking 10 seconds is over. But this little kid, so I tried to do just like a basic back 50-50 on the ledging right next to the other side.
Yeah.
So with the little half pipes and the little up rail. So I tried to do a little 50-50 on the ledge right there, and I fucked up, and I was like, fuck. So I went up, and this little fucking white boy on a scooter, probably like 11 or 12 years old, rides by and he's like, "Is that all you got?" And I was like, I took out my headphone and I was like, and I looked at him. I was like, he's like, "What
the
and
fuck
I was like,
did you just say to me?
But he hella changed his tone the second time. Because I did hear him the first time.
Yeah.
But in the way he's like, "Is that all you got?" And I took out my headphone and I was looking at him. I was like, "Did you say something?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "What'd you say to me?" And he was, I said, "Oh," he's like, "I was just asking if that's all you got." And I was like, "Oh." And I just put my headphone back and I was just like, this little fuck just really just some ballsy ass little. And then later on, like half an hour, because Dan shows up, and then me and him are skating, and we're talking, and then he like rolls up next to us, and he's like, "Hey, how long are you guys gonna be here for?" We're like, "I don't know." He's like, "You guys gonna be here all night, huh?" We're like, "No." He's like, "Oh," and he like looked around, he like went around the park for a little bit, and he left, and we're like, "What the fuck?" Like, this is probably like just one of those parents that don't give a fuck. Like, as long as somebody's there, you could stay at the skate park. He's like, "You guys gonna be here all night?"
Right.
Like, as long as somebody's here, I can stay here.
Right.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. That I was like, damn, that's
fucking classic. I would have challenged the little bastard. I'd be like, "I bet you fucking do it. You get to keep my board." Like, what's up,
dude? I could barely in 50-50, so I couldn't even do. I was like still trying to fucking get my legs under me,
dude. Fucking trying to get your water wings, sea legs, some shit like that.
It's fucking.
Oh well, that was a skateboarding tangent.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Well, I guess we're going back to the releases of 2020, and we talked about this a little bit a long while back, but it was No More Heroes.
Oh yeah. Did that finally get released?
It's gonna be coming out early 2020. So.
I think we were talking about that back when we were still recording with Josh,
which was almost a year ago, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just about. No, maybe not that long ago. No, actually, because I still worked at Vox Pro. Yeah.
Yeah. It was about a year because I remember we recorded that in like right before December, because that was like the third or fourth episode.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
But yeah, not much news on that, but I'm pretty excited to have a new No More Heroes game, because the first one was pretty sick. The second one I never played, but I heard was.
I love the art style.
Not as good as the second one. The art style for those games are fucking gorgeous, dude.
Even that black and white back when it came out on Wii, I thought that shit was amazing. I was like, yo.
It is.
But that's also my personal art style. It's always black and white sometimes.
It was like kind of like that cartoony comic book style. Like,
yeah.
Those are always the best.
Because it's so hard to show like real depth with black and white. Like you have to be an expert with proportion.
And it also has to look smooth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could make a game like that, but you could easily just get thrown off. Like that fucking show you were talking about. Like,
yeah, for sure.
This is something I wanted to bring up. So, Smash Bros. Just recently announced Terry Bogard to jump into the Smash mix.
Really?
Yeah, Terry
So
from
I was
SNK.
seeing memes. Yeah, that's really weird.
Right?
So, coming from me and you, we both know how weird and out of place that is.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, there were some King of Fighters that were on Nintendo, but he's not a Nintendo
Capcom vs. SNK, so that's the only thing maybe they're like, hey, can we get, like,
yeah, but he's not a Nintendo character. So it's so strange to see that.
Yeah.
Cool, though. I mean, especially him being, like, the icon of King of Fighters.
Yeah, like one of the most popular. Him and that other dude with the fire, but I don't think he's as popular as he used to
be. Ikori?
Something like that.
Fuck, I don't know his name. He's a dude with like the comb over fucking.
And then
or the guy with the jacket.
Because there's two. There was like what he was fire, and the other guy was like poison fire or something like that. His name is Iori.
Yeah, Iori's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. No, it's Kyo. Kyo.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, dude, but that guy's tight.
So that's what I wanted to really like talk about, is because
fuck, dude, maybe I should just buy King of Fighters. Like that shit would be kind of lit to play, dude.
Hey, dude, what was it? I think it was King of Fighters 2000, because it was like 2K, and they'd always release it with the year ahead. So it was like So when you buy 2K, let's say how it is right now, there's 2K 2020, but it's 2019. So, well, you think you might have it?
Thought.
Oh,
remember that shit? We used to play that all the fucking time, and I'd play like Benny Maru and just be like, "Yo,
dude!" Back in the one I was talking about, the 2001, I think that's what it was. It was like, anyways, Benny Maru, Yuri, and I already knew that was my fucking team, bro. And sometimes King, I'd throw King in there with her fucking crazy kicks.
Yeah. Dude, that game actually, fuck. Now, like, we're reminiscing about SNK games. Although, very well placed. Just because...
I'm surprised I never got caught on, like...
You know why?
Like Street Fighter? Or they just never...
No. And this is like, very conspiratorial, but hear me out. So, in America, I'm pretty sure... Like the difference between American arcades and South American arcades and Japanese arcades. The Japanese arcades, since all of it was fabricated there, it was all built there, so they had access to it at all times.
Everything.
In South America, I think the SNK machines were cheaper than Capcom machines. Ergo, South America has more SNK machines because it's really popular in crazy. South America. In America, not so much because... We've got Capcom machines.
Yeah, we really do because sometimes when I'll go to like old like Sacramento or like Placerville, you'll just just look in those old shops where they're selling like old ass merchandise like pinball machines or fucking comics and all that stuff, just refurbished stuff. Well, it's not refurbished, but it's just like old reused pretty much. There's never an SNK yet. But there's. Every now and then, I'll always see like a Street Fighter 2 or a Super Street Fighter Turbo fucking arcade machine. Yeah. And I'm just like, fuck. There's one I found that was like $300. I was like, fuck. I wanted to buy it so fucking bad, but
was it a full machine?
It was a full machine and everything.
Oh fuck. Dude.
But I had no truck. I'm not like. I had no way. Like I'll buy it, but it's gonna stay here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, dude, SNK was. That's one of the games, because I got into Street Fighter pretty early on, but I never got good at it. But I ended up playing Capcom versus SNK 2, and then that's what introduced me to the SNK characters.
That's a fucking banger. That game is actually amazing. Its soundtrack,
dude,
shits on anything still.
I'll listen to those like 20-minute extended versions while I play fighters.
I'll do the same thing with like Mega Man 8. Fucking, I think it's like Frostman theme. Or even the fucking start theme on Mega Man 8 is just a banger. Like
Mega Man X had some good music too.
Yeah, 100%. Anything with like a fire stage, always good, and ice stage. Jungle, not so much.
But yeah, if it wasn't for SNK, honestly, I probably wouldn't have like really got into because I played Street Fighter, but I stopped for a while, and I never really got back into it until Street Fighter Alpha 3. But that's when you actually need to that's when combos really, for me at least, when I experienced like combos in games, because I think that was right before.
Out the most.
I think that was right before Capcom versus SNK, and I never played Marvel vs. Capcom, just on an arcade machine, so it wasn't anything serious like.
Shit, neither have I.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, at this time I never did, and I never played any of those Marvel vs. Capcom games or anything. So I even played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but like. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just playing like my favorite characters from my video games. Like fucking, I never played the characters I play now. Yeah. I wouldn't play those that well. I'd just be like Mega Man, Roll, and like Trombone, like all the characters. I'd like all the Mega Man characters.
Yeah.
Or like Ryu or something like that.
Dude, Ordinary Guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, SNK got me really into those fighting games, dude. And then, King of Fighters, I got the collection. And then I just ended up playing like 95, 96, 97, 98.
Those ones were also really good.
Yeah, I still have like the 90s collection on my PSP.
SNK like ended up making a lot of really good games. Like the one that just came out not too long ago was Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
That was originally developed by SNK. And
so that's an SNK game?
Yeah. There was actually an OG version of that. Yeah. There was an OG version of Samurai Showdown, and it's like camera view was like really fucking weird because it's hard to explain. Like I can't audibly explain this shit, right? But like think about it like this. So here's the character models. Now you know how in most 2D fighting games there's like a cutoff.
Yeah.
So dude can go all the way back here, but that's the screen cutoff.
Yeah, unless
so
you
this
get
guy
closer.
he controls mid screen. But what it would do is if they're this close, here's the actual playing field.
Yeah, gotcha.
But they would back up, but the playing field would increase. However, like the character models would go from like being this big, and if they back up, it would get this big, right?
Gotcha.
So having a dynamic like that with also a sprint function. So if you double tap, you don't just dash, you sprint.
Yeah.
So like you close the distance really fast, and it was crazy because that was made back when like Sega Genesis was.
There were still arcade cabinets and shit.
Yeah. So that shit's bonkers that it came from SNK and not Capcom. So they had some really good hits.
The Neo Geo was like probably one of the like.
The Neo Geo Master
those cartridges.
Those are fucking massive.
They're like V8, like bigger than VHS tapes and shit.
These were bricks, dude. Yeah. Like you could basically just put a whole bunch of those shit together and have yourself a goddamn brick house, but get out of cartridges.
Those things were fucking crazy. Well, the whole reason I brought up Terry Bogard was, what is since they're adding all these like unique characters, like fucking the dude from Castlevania. They added the Dragon Warriors guy. I think they added a guy from Persona. His name Joker. Yeah. So they've been adding all these crazy characters. So I was wondering, what's a character you think you'd want to see added? And if you need a thought, I got some written down. If you want to think about.
That's a tough question.
So I'll say something. They also been adding the Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah, because even Cloud.
Yeah.
They have some from Phantasy Star.
Do they?
I think. I don't know what the character's name is. I think it's something with like an R. But I think he's a Phantasy Star character.
Probably.
Or I could be wrong. I'm not sure, actually. Any character from the original Chrono Trigger games.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. I'd like to see Chrono or the Frog guy.
So I never played Chrono Trigger as a kid. Right?
I did, but I was too much reading for me to fucking
comprehend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, like, so you know how like my music taste is like really fucking weird, right? Like I don't listen to typical shit. I'll listen to stuff that like people will go and take samples or recreate their favorite video game track, but they'll like make it audible because no one wants to really listen to 8-bit music all the time, right?
No, I know what you mean, man, because I'm kind of the same way with certain music, like video game music and stuff.
Dude, for sure. So there's one track, I think it's like A Hidden Forest or something, and for like the longest time while I'm listening to all this like lo-fi music, right?
Yeah.
I keep hearing the same melody over and over again in like different tracks over and over. And it's always like these different creators that are using that sample.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just like caught on, and I found the original track, and I was like, oh fuck, that's from Chrono Trigger. That's super tight.
Nice.
It's almost like if someone used the Song of Storms from
Zelda Ocarina.
Yeah. Like
what has like a little Chrono Trigger always have like a really soft spot in my heart is because as a kid, for whatever reason, I love JRPGs, but I could never get far, or like I didn't understand the concept of grinding and like item management and all that stuff. So I'd get to like the second or third boss and just get fucking stuck
and have no idea what the fuck to do.
Exactly. Or I'd fucking like watch my brother. Like I'd literally like have to watch my brother play.
Yeah.
And then fucking
play right out.
Yeah, like run and like recreate as best I could. But after like 8 or 9, my brother stopped playing those games. So I was like in a realm by myself playing these games that I don't really understand, that as like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid trying to understand the fucking concept of item management, and then you get harder games. You're like, oh, this game is just like this game, and then you
It's
have
not
to
just that, like
maintain
buffs
weapons.
and debuffs.
Yeah, buffs, debuffs, weaknesses,
Those
strengths.
are big and like detrimental faculties you can't like ignore.
Yeah, but with Chrono Trigger, like also the artist for that, and I don't know if he still does it for Dragon Warriors, but Chrono Trigger Toriyama did the art for that. So he was the artist, and if you look at,
he's also the one that did I'm pretty sure everything in Dragon Ball, right?
yeah, it's the same guy who did Dragon Ball. That's what I thought.
Not just that, Akira, he did that too. I'm
Did he?
sure. I may actually have a copy of Akira.
He could have been one of the artists, but I don't know if he did that. Just so you know, too, there's also a lot of
maybe not.
There's also a lot of Akiras, and there's also a lot of Toriyamas in Japan.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I
so
mean, you absolutely right. Fucking Toriyama family, we out here getting this bankroll.
A lot of Toriyamas and a lot of Akiras.
It's just because like the art style is like very similar, but I think that's just because that art style is really popular.
You could really tell like what Toriyama how his art style is. Like if you look at Dragon Warrior, if you look at Chrono Trigger, I don't know if he did anything for Chrono Cross or anything else like that. If you look at Dragon Ball, Chrono Trigger, and Dragon Warriors, all those art styles are kind of the same. Like even one of the newer, I think it was like Dragon Warrior, the last one that came out, not the new one that's about to come out, but the one before. The dude, he has like fucking that hair, and it reminds me of Android 17. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude.
So always and forever. But Chrono Cross, one of those characters would be or Chrono Trigger would be one of the fucking. That would be so fucking sick.
That'd be the sickest thing they could probably do.
That'd be pretty sick.
Better than Terry Bogard.
And I always call Chrono Cross, he's the original Super Saiyan 5 Gogeta. I had a few written down because I thought about this for a second. So because I was like, I want to make sure I have a few written down. So if you guys had to think, I could fucking, you know what I mean?
Fuck, see.
One of the characters I was gonna say is from Super Mario RPG. You ever played that?
No, but I remember watching like Paper Mario RPG.
So this was before that though. Super Mario RPG is something that came out on the Super Nintendo.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and
that's
apparently
that's a hot minute, dude.
Yeah, so Nintendo gave the rights JRPG Super Mario game.
I think I remember like watching shit for that, but never playing it.
I
never played it.
One of the first games. Literally, I remember one of my earliest memories is being in like fucking first grade and fucking telling my mom that I'm hella sick, and then when she left, I was like, okay, I'm about to play some fucking Super Mario RPG. But no, one of the characters on there, I wanted Gino. I don't know if you ever. It's just this dude. He's a puppet that gets possessed by one of the stars, the guardian stars.
No, all this shit is foreign to me. But
dude.
Tell the story anyway.
So, if I remember correctly, he was like a wish that ended up becoming true, and he was like a guardian star or something like that. But he was a pretty fucking sick character. He has the Gino Whirl, all this crazy stuff. Man, I need to get an emulator so I can fucking. I've always wanted to do a playthrough on that game. They don't have Zero in Smash Bros. Do they?
No.
No, huh?
But
or even Proto Man.
What about Bass? Or is it Bass?
Bass, yeah.
So even then, one of them, either Zero, Proto Man, Bass, would be tight as fuck. Even Gust Man would be like really fucking tight for them to have.
Is that just like a regular bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gustman is like a regular.
Oh, Gutsman?
Yeah, Gutsman.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was wondering because I was looking at the roster. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna have a Mega Man? Like Mega Man without Zero or Proto Man or even Roll or like one of those dudes. Like another person I wanted to bring up, since Capcom has a finger in Smash Bros, was Frank West. Why not?
Frank West would be a sick character.
He might be a little out of place because he'll probably like have to like use zombies or some weird shit. I mean, he doesn't have to, right? He doesn't have to use zombies.
I don't know, man. I don't think so because when it comes to the characters being out of place, like you have characters that characters like Bayonetta and Mega Man that exist in the same game.
Bayonetta, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they have Bayonetta, then fucking throw Frank West.
Yeah, like I don't see why not. Like, why can't he go full screen with a shopping cart? Like, who's gonna fucking stop him?
Yeah.
40% of the cast, but you know, like 40% of the cast definitely has a button that's like, wait, that's illegal.
I mean, why not throw Frank West? Another person I was thinking, since it's Capcom, any Resident Evil character. I mean, it's rated R, but Bayonetta, fucking.
Yeah, Bayonetta is hypersexualized. So.
But just throw Leon, Claire, fucking Wesker, Chris.
I'd much rather have,
Barry,
like, out of all of them,
Jill.
There we go. That's the name I was thinking of. I'd rather have her in it, just because like she was originally in Marvel vs. Street. Yeah, Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I'm a member of the Stars.
Yeah,
I wanted
Stars.
For the longest time, I can't. I still to this day can't find it. I'm pretty sure if I like did massive research, I wanted to fucking find that clip and make it a text message. So when somebody texts me and says, "I'm a member of the Stars,"
yeah,
like it's hard to find like a clear clip of that without
without really shitty audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another like a throwout character out there is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I mean, if they have Cloud, they have Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah, but don't they have to go through like Disney for that? Well, actually, no. Never mind, because Disney. I don't think Disney wants anything to do with Kingdom Hearts.
Disney itself, but Pixar might want something.
Yeah.
They're definitely making a Kingdom Hearts 4, but I think.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I think from what. I mean, I haven't researched anything in a long time since I beat the game, which is when it first came out.
It was kind of lackluster.
It wasn't bad. It was a good game, honestly.
It was good.
It was cool. I liked San Fran, Tokyo, or whatever. The Toy Story place was pretty dope. I really liked the Pirates place too. The whole game overall was sick.
It was the ending saga. Like how
for me at least. Yeah. For me, I don't know like what the Kingdom Hearts community is because I feel like they're kind of split at this point. But for me, it was like too little, too late. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that, actually?
So like, Kingdom Hearts was first announced. Kingdom Hearts 3, excuse me, was first announced in like 2009, 2008. And then PS4 was coming out, so what happened was they had to scrap everything and rebuild the whole engine. And they ended up using the engine from, I'm pretty sure, like a modern version of Final Fantasy 14 with Noctis and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they had to they rebuilt the whole engine. They had to wait for for people to make Final Fantasy 14, which I don't know. But then they had to get all the rights again, probably, like to renew all the rights and all that stuff. And even then, they didn't have any Final Fantasy characters in there.
Yeah, they probably didn't have the rights to make
it. And most of it was Pixar. And that's why I said Pixar. Like, most of the only Disney stuff was,
Pixar OG characters.
Pirates.
Yeah.
And
I think the Pirates whole world was kind of fucking weird because Sora was like actually killing people with a smile on his face.
Well, I mean, that whole Pirates world in general is fucking weird, honestly.
It's kind of like out of place, you know? It's like, I get it, but it doesn't need to be in this game.
Yeah. What's also weird is having fucking Captain Jack Sparrow as your homie.
Yeah, right.
But for that game, though, it was pretty good. It was just like, what I mean by like too little too late, it was just, they did everything, and by the time it came out, like, 2019, it was just, dog, like, I'm already almost 30, bro. Like, I heard about this when I was like fucking 19, like 21.
Oh, like, no, like younger than that, actually.
Yeah, I was in high school because they were gonna.
Yeah, we were in high school because we
PS3
knew,
came out.
Yeah, because we knew it was happening. We knew like Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be, it was going to be real. when we were like fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
And now we're like full grown adults with 9 to 5 jobs.
Years out before we're 30
Yeah,
and shit.
fucking. Now we already thinking about our pension and shit. Like,
for real, dog.
Nigga, when's retirement? Like, hold up, Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh, alright.
So with that one's just kind of thrown up in the air. But that's how I felt. Like, for me, it was just like, it was like bittersweet. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we finally got it, but fuck.
It's not enough, and it's not what we wanted. It's not what we expected either. Yeah. You know?
And I guess a lot of the hardcore Kingdom Hearts fans fucking talk shit about the hidden bosses. Because there's only like 2 of them. So they're like, people talk shit about it. But yeah, so Sora was one of the people I wanted to see, like maybe just a little kind of like throw out there. But what about an anime character in Smash Bros? Would that be going a little too further out?
Well, I mean, like what character?
Simple one I'm throwing out is Goku or Vegeta. Goku
Too
and
much.
Vegeta.
Too much. Like, there's a fucking a meme video on YouTube of fucking Goku being added, right? Because
and he punches their head off or something.
Yeah, he like actually explodes people.
Yeah.
And it's like
what the fuck?
All right, good point. You know.
I mean, that's just like
I think the Persona
an exaggeration. You know,
it is definitely,
you know.
But at the same time, Goku doesn't belong in the Smash Brothers universe.
Yeah.
Joker hardly belongs there.
But at the same time, does Ryu or Ken?
No. Absolutely not, dude. Bayonetta? No. The dudes from Castlevania? No. People from Fire Emblem? No. They don't really belong in it, but it's just that Smash Brothers has gotten to a point where
fuck it.
They don't they don't fucking care.
Yeah, just see who we can get and just throw them in there. Because
I think it would be really good if they just kept it like super classic, if they went back to like the Melee and the 64 roster.
Yeah.
And they just kept it like that. Just release the game and let it be. And just focused on its core mechanics. Yeah. Like, what mechanics made these games good?
I wish I could see a chart to see how many people are playing what characters. Or like what characters.
There probably is, dude. There's 100% a tier list.
Well, definitely a tier list, but like I'm saying, like.
Who plays what?
Yeah, like lifetime. Like who's playing these characters and there are other characters that
we can 100% find that shit. When you're editing this, you'll look for it.
I'll try to find it.
And I'm sure you'll post it right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, so kind of we'll bring it back up sometime, but final thoughts on anime characters, maybe not.
No.
Yeah. It's a stretch. Too much of a stretch. It's crossing the line.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I even, like I said before, just like a few minutes ago, Joker was a little bit much.
Yeah.
You know?
From Persona.
Yeah. I do not remember any Persona game. No, I think it's Shin Megami Tensei. None of those games existed on the Nintendo platform. So this came from like out of left field. Yeah. And even then, Persona 5, which is what he came from, it's not on Switch. So what the fuck?
I think Persona 4 came out on the 3DS though. I think that's one that
even
had
then,
him in it too.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Joker. It would be somebody like fucking not Chie, but
Rita. And that's another reason why I brought up the Sora thing, because he's on the 3DS and everything. So I mean, they had a collab. So
fucking empty stomach drinking beer.
Same here, man. I actually haven't eaten since like 3:00. Oh yeah, okay. So you know Monster Hunter, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so Monster Hunter just came out with a new DLC, and it's called like something with the snow.
Games got to.
It's something with the snow, like involving the snow. But there's one coming out in November where it's Resident Evil skins. So you'll be able to play as the Resident Evil 2 remake, the new one, as Claire and Leon and some of their guns and their animations and stuff. But what makes this even more fucking sweet, dude, and I'm kind of jealous because I don't play Monster Hunter or anything, but it makes me want to get into it. You know how you have those little homies that are like cats or like felines or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
So you'll have the skins for Leon, Claire, and the little cat skin. Guess who it is? From Resident Evil 2.
Tofu?
Mr. X.
Oh.
And it shows him making food and everything, and it shows like his clay face, and he's like looking in the fire like hella smelling it, and he's like making food and shit. He's like, whoa, like hella happy.
Dude, Capcom goes hard as fuck when it comes to that shit.
That's rewarding. I feel like that's like the kind of fucking DLC you need to have. Like,
yeah.
So I thought it was worth to bring up. It was hilarious and made me laugh. And if you're a Monster Hunter fan, definitely check that out. Maybe
that seems like a must buy. Yeah. That's a must buy cosmetic for sure.
I mean, I would love to be running around that game as Claire, just fucking people up and fucking. I'm sure people would love to be as Leon fucking.
Oh, 100%. Like, I just need the roundhouse. Like, I'm talking Resident Evil 4 roundhouse. Like,
it's Resident Evil 2 though. Resident Evil 2.
He didn't have roundhouse then because he wasn't a veteran at that point.
Exactly.
But, shit, that was a rookie cop, man. He didn't know any better, and he was like, "Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna fucking run through this weird police mansion museum thing, I guess. Damn."
This is the Would You Rather segment, people. So,
Would you rather?
This is the WYR. So, would you rather wake up on a boat in the middle of the ocean at night, or wake up in the middle of a desert at peak heat and at least 106 degrees Fahrenheit?
Give me the fucking boat, Ben. Give me the fucking boat, dude. I'm not waking up in the goddamn desert.
Yeah.
Peak. I'm gonna die.
In the middle of the night.
All right, that's not that bad. Well, I mean, I definitely think there's like there's more criteria to be asking here. So we're talking middle of the night. How's the water? Is the water calm or is it fucking like rough?
So it's calm. There's no
100%. Give me the boat, dude. I don't care if I got seasickness. I'm not waking up in the middle of the desert because I'm gonna die in the desert. At least in the water, I could fucking stick something out and try to catch a fish, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
True. Yeah, that was honestly, I would choose the desert just because waking up in the ocean is one of my fears.
Oh shit.
So that's why it's one of the things I wrote down.
Shit, dude, polar opposites, man. In the desert, I don't know how to survive in a desert.
No.
I can kind of fish, dude. I'll probably be all right.
Yeah, in the desert you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really have anything to do.
Especially me, extra dehydrated all the time.
You're talking to a guy who drinks nothing but water and beer.
You'll be fine.
Nah, dude, I'll be fine.
Oh no,
I wake up,
water than
dude.
beer,
I'll go like half an hour without water. I'm like, I'm
parched. Shit, understandable.
All right. So, would you rather be punched by Donkey Kong or Captain Falcon? The full Donkey Kong, the fucking charge punch from Smash Bros. Or the Falcon punch!
The windmill haymaker. Alright, well, Falcon Punch is 100% lethal. That shit gonna light you into flames.
I forgot about that.
Fucking...
And he's gonna fucking throw up an eagle while he punches you.
Oh, 100%. And then he's gonna finish with the fucking show me your moves.
Oh, yeah?
Like, nah, dude. I'm gonna take Donkey Kong's fucking haymaker any day. I'm not gonna
Donkey Kong would do the little thing where he shakes his head and his fucking hands at the same time.
And he's like,
yeah.
I'd rather take that because, like, the show me your moves thing and the fucking, whatever the salute is, like, that's a hard flex right after.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get dunked on.
I think I'd rather get the Captain Falcon punch because I think I could survive it afterwards. I feel like if Donkey Kong, like, straight up was just like, he was looking at me and he was spinning his fist. And then in reality, whereas fucking spinning your fist makes your fucking punch stronger, then I'd fucking go with the Falcon punch.
That's a harsh one, man. That's a rough would you rather.
I'll save the last two for later, but I got this one that I practiced with Trinidad, but I'm trying to bring it into this show because it was one of my original segments that I wanted that actually turned into Would You Rather. I could never do anything with it because I think it was so brand new and everything was so raw, like in my face that I didn't know how to handle everything. I have one that's called Gotta or Nada. So Gotta or Nada. You're able to travel the world, see everything, every part of the world, revisit it, do whatever for 10 years, and it's all paid for. But there's one downfall. You can't see your family for that 10 years. Nobody in your family. Nobody. But you could decline it. You could have anybody in your family or friends come visit you, but you can't leave the county that you're living in, so you can't leave the Sacramento County. Gotta for 10 years. Gotta or nada.
Bro, I gotta go somewhere.
You gotta.
I gotta. It's a harsh one. Like, I definitely love my family a lot, dude. Like, I'm a mama's boy, right? So I also talk to my mom and my grandma like every week, at least once or twice, just to be like, hey, what's going on? But at the same time, like, I guess, like, given the opportunity to go to any other place, like, it'd be really fucking tight just to be in, like, Antarctica or, like, one of the poles, right?
Yeah.
That would suck. But
I'll pay for it too.
Right. At least you can be like, so, I went to the fucking caps of the earth. Like, just for fun, by the way. Like, that shit, I didn't need to do it, but I just kind of fucking wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So I gotta travel.
You gotta. Alright. You want to hear the one I gave to Trinidad? Let me tell you the one I gave Trinidad, the gotta or nada, real quick. So you're able to look into the future, and you have two separate paths. Right when you look into the future, automatically. One is you become famous by finding a super advanced piece of technology that advances the Earth further into the future than it should be. And you become a billionaire and you live the rest of your life fucking billionaire status. But after you die, the Earth automatically, as long as humanity survives, there'll always be a Terminator War. Terminator style war. Or you swap it and you don't do it and you end up losing your house, losing everything, your whole family loses everything, and for 2 generations your family's homeless. So for the next like 50, 60 years, your grandkids, your great grandkids will be homeless until your great great grandkids when you're out of the picture. What do you choose? And you know both outcomes. See, this was harder. This one was harder.
Yeah,
right?
That's a hard one, dude. It's mostly because, like, I wouldn't say I'm a nihilist, but I'm definitely an optimist. So it's really fucking difficult.
So, like, you want to be rich, but you don't want to fucking destroy mankind. You want to see it grow, but you also don't want to see your whole entire family become
right
homeless for a few.
Because like it's really greedy. Yeah,
or not a millennium.
Fucking almost a decade or like a century.
Century, there you go.
Yeah, 100, like a century for sure, because it's like 100 years.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, dude. Like being super the nihilist in me is like, well, fuck it, Terminator War doesn't sound that bad. And then
you're dead, but
yeah.
your family and
as soon as
humanity,
you die, it begins.
Yeah.
It's like everybody I leave behind has to fucking deal with it, which is rough. But at the same time, like, I also don't want my family to fucking suffer. Fuck the planet, dude. At a certain point, like, even in the Terminator, right? Like, shit kind of sucks, but someone finds a way to be like, nah, I don't want this shit to go down like that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably bring on the fucking Terminator War. Yeah, I'd go for it.
Say fuck it.
Yeah, be like, well, I mean, yeah, that'll suck, but after they fucking beat the robots, it'll probably be all right. Bing, and then I hit the button.
I have to go back, but I'm pretty sure that's what Trinidad said too.
Yeah.
All right, dude. That's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to bring up or add, or?
Not necessarily, other than the fact that, like, from here on out, After every episode, we will be streaming on your boy's stream, Apollo Pie on Twitch.
Link in,
So,
in the description.
Bingo. So we'll be doing that like shortly after this. So come by, tune in. Still haven't been streaming every day, but almost every other day whenever I have the time because work sucks. But some interesting stuff goes down. So come on by, drop a follow. Your boy would appreciate it.
Apollo Pie, that's Apollo Pie right here on the screen.
Yoink.
All right. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you for this awesome episode. Hopefully next time we get the homie on there.
We're working on it, man.
And you guys all be safe and be nice to each other out there.
Absolutely. Be positive and be kind to each other. In the end of the day, that's all you fucking have, dude.
Yeah. All right. Snerdcast out.
Later.
Shnerd.